Looking good, yeah,
Been living through this nightmare of the COVID virus thing, and was putting me behind on shooting stuff. And so everybody I know and their mama's been shooting segments on stuff you can do at home. It's getting on my nerves, but I shouldn't say anything. I should just show you some stuff that, first thing people say is you should do push-ups. And probably 90% of the people out there couldn't do a push-up, put a gun to their head. So that's not gonna work for you, is it? See, if you get off your little machine that's got the 10-pound plates and you're a lady, for instance, you're screwed. You're stuck at home now. How you gonna work chest, shoulders, and arms? You can't do it. So this is nothing new. This is called a wall push-up. And guys are gonna look at it, especially guys that really work out, and say, oh, that's crap. But let me tell you something. It's got some stuff going on for it. First of all, I'm showing it for everybody out there. I don't care how old, I don't care how out of shape you are, you can do this exercise. And this works your chest, your shoulders, and your triceps, which is the back of your arms. So the simple version, the simple thing is your hands about shoulder width apart. Don't bust your face in the wall. Can't believe I have to say some of this stuff, but trust me, I've met some of you. Don't hit your face in the wall, okay? Disclaimer, that wall's coming at your face, don't let it hit it, so let's don't do that. So you just press into the wall, press out, and lower slow. Now there's a couple things. The first thing people do is they'll bam, hit themselves in the head, which I covered that, we don't want to do that. Lower very slowly, and then out. Now a couple things. The closer I am, the wall more, like if I'm straight up, there's not much to that, right? If I take a few steps back, a couple steps back, that gets harder. So the simple version of this is the more your feet come out, the more of your body weight is being put onto your chest, shoulders, right? That's why we start here, we pull a little bit further back. I'm gonna show you a bench version. I think I've shown before, but I'm gonna show it. And then eventually you wind up on a regular push-up. And then as you advance, you start jacking your feet up. And that puts even more weight on your chest, shoulders, and triceps, okay? But what I wanted to show you for guys, so all right, so for normal people, there you go. Shoulder width, lower slowly, press out. Simple, simple. And I mean, I've been working out for 46 years, something like that. I feel this. I feel it in my triceps. I feel a little in my shoulders, a little in my chest. Now, here's some pointers. The wider your hands go, just like on a bench press, the more chest, right? Less tricep. The closer your hands are on the wall, the more tricep. If you really want to turn it into a tricep exercise, you put it up higher and back out, and that becomes a tricep extension. Does that make sense? I mean, so now just with a wall, you're able to work chest, shoulders, triceps. Now, I said I was going to show more advanced people who are rolling their eyes how to make this work for you. Again, don't hit yourself in the head on the wall, but you can do it explosively. So what you do is you come in slow and push out fast. And it becomes almost a plyometric. You can also do like that, just off the wall, and control it. Again, slow yourself down. Don't hit yourself in the face. But now that, to me, activates almost more muscle than a regular slow, parallel to the floor kind of push-up. And the young people can roll their eyes. As you get older, it gets harder and harder to get up and down. That's the hard part. It's like once you get in a position, you know, like you can do, some of you can get on leg press machine, do leg presses, but then getting off and back on is hard, right? Because you're back, you're stiff, well, you got, all right. So this keeps you from having to get on the floor and off the floor. So if you're a guy and you're strong and you can do a lot of weight with inclined dumbbells and stuff, you can do this, right? And I'm telling you that activates, and this is also, by the way, a great assistance exercise for bench press or as an active recovery when you are going to the gym and you're lifting heavy weights. You can do these at home the day after as an active recovery. All right, so that's a wall push-up, and I threw in a bunch of variations because it's not that complicated. The main thing I'd like to stress is don't hit yourself in the face on the wall. Let me preface this by saying I don't like spin bikes. I've never been a fan. I like recumbent bikes. When it comes to exercise bikes, I'm a big recumbent bike guy. I love riding a bike, like a street road race bike, you know. We used to call them 10 speeds when I was growing up. Love that. It's the only kind of cardio, besides playing basketball, that I care to do at all. Now, the problem with that, having said that, is that the people in our area that we live in, Mobile and Baldwin County, they want to kill you with their car. They're hell-bent on running you over. So I don't do that anymore. I did it when I was young and stupid. Now I don't have 9 lives left, so I've only got the 1. But this is people that like spinning classes, spin bikes. This is one of the finest on the market. It is a Spirit XIC 600. I'm going to read some of this, and I'm going to put somebody that likes to spin and show this while I'm talking about the bike. That's what we're going to do. That's what we do a lot. First of all, let me talk about the price. For the quality of this bike is crazy, real heavy duty. This bike retails for $9.99. Right now we have it on sale for $7.99. So if they don't take up much room, like if you're buying this for your house, doesn't take up much room, it's a great bike. Okay. It has a 48.5 pound precision balanced flywheel. It is this cool handlebar adjustment, up and down, back and forth. The seat's got the cool adjustment back and forth, up and down. It has a real simple, that I do love about spin bikes. You just turn the knob to make it harder or easier. You press to stop it. That's cool. It has the adjustable toe cage. It has stamped adjustable settings on both handlebars, so they won't wear off. They're not cheap, you know. It's a really, really great bike. It also has a cool little computer that comes with this one. So, and I'll scroll all the specs and show you more. It's a residential product. The frame is lifetime, parts are 3 years, and labor's 1 year. Max user weight on this bike is 300 pounds. And let me just say that too. If you're a 300 pound person, do you really want to get on this seat? Because I'm 220, I don't want to get on that seat. It's just not my, but hey, to each his own. Like I said, I love to ride a bike. I've never been, I might use that to warm up before I lift it or something. But it's a really good one. And I've seen a bunch of spin bikes because we sell them. So, you know, I see them. So that's the XIC 600 by Spirit. Really, really cool bike. I can't even do it. All right, wait. I was gonna come in. Yo, what's up? We're talking about 5%. I can't do it. I look ridiculous in the cap. I know. Any way you turn it. Some of my vendors, this is from 5% Nutrition. This is a great cap if you look good in caps. I'm not a cap person. I know it. I look ridiculous. Anyway, and now my hair's gray and silver and falling out, and it's time to need a cap. Can't wear one. Nutrition Corner. Talk about what to put in, you put in. Talking about L-glutamine. This is one of my favorite products that I ever took for myself. So you can always tell when I love this product. I started taking glutamine because I was getting older. What does that mean? Probably a mid to late 30s. And I thought, I'm getting older. So I started reading about things to make your body produce more growth hormone, L-glutamine, and help recovery. When you train with weights, train running, train whatever your training is, but especially for weightlifters, that glutamine. So I started taking it. Now, of course, I'm in my late 50s and I'm still taking it. Now, here's my personal story. I'm allergic to everything. I mean everything. Oat, pecan, eggs, milk, bread, beef, chicken, pork. I swear, tea. And when they started, Dr. Larry Brock was the guy back there, eye, ears, nose, and throat, and they kept testing me. And the lady literally said, I know you're tired of being stuck, but can I do some more? Because I've never seen anybody that's allergic to anything. True story. So I would get, the way my stuff comes up is sinus infections, right? That would be the kind of sick I get from it. So I used to get bronchitis like every year. That's why my regular doctor sent me to Dr. Brock, who was the specialist. I started taking glutamine, and everybody around me would get sick, and I didn't get sick. Now I'm taking it because I'm trying to produce more growth hormone, because I'm trying to get all those benefits from it. Recovery, more muscle, speed up your metabolism, because it's starting to, it's hard to keep weight off when you get older. Most of you, if you're older, you know what I'm talking about. But the benefit, the best effect was I didn't get sick anymore. People around me that would normally never get sick, like my wife Pam, she would have a cold, I'd never get it. And she finally said, what are you doing that I'm not? And I told her, and I said, you're too lazy, because it's a powder, you gotta mix it up with some water and swallow it, and you're not gonna do it. I put her pill packs together. She said, I'll do it. So next time everybody's sick around, no, but Pam and I aren't sick. So that's just a real quick version. Another true story. As I'm getting older now, how old would I have been? 40s, something around 40s. Went to Dr. Charles Reynolds at the time to get my hormones balanced. Check my testosterone level, check my growth hormone. I thought my growth hormone levels must be low because I kept getting injured. Couldn't recover. Come to find out, I had low testosterone, like most people over 40 wind up, but my growth hormone levels were awesome. And Dr. Charles Reynolds said to me, as he read my blood work, he said, you're taking glutamine, aren't you? And I said, yes. I was surprised the doctor knew about glutamine. I'm not being mean, most doctors don't know about things like L-glutamine. And I said, yes. And he said, your glutamine is working, buddy, because it's through your growth hormone levels, they're great. But that's not your problem. So anyway, so those are my couple of personal stories. It's L-glutamine. The reason I'm updating this segment, I printed all this stuff. It took me a long time to print it out, and then I don't know why. It's all on my website. If you go to buy our glutamine, it's on the website. We came out with a new size. This is 300 grams. Used to be 500. We tried to get one size. We used to have two sizes. Now we have one size. We're doing that with a lot of our products, and this is why. If you buy 3, I can't hold 3. If you buy 3, if I could juggle, that would be awesome, but I can't. You get 20% off. We do that with our Jazam. We do that with creatine monohydrate. We do it with Life Fight, Gotta Sleep, ALC. I'm looking around to see what CLA, our amino acids, Orthoflex. If you buy 3 of any one product, you go to the website, it does it for you automatically. It takes 20% off. There was a double whammy to this. This was kind of like, I didn't want to have to carry a lot of different sizes. There's the truth, but it also stays fresher because it stays sealed until you use it. So we used to have a 500 size and the 250, I think, or 300. And now we just do the 300. We'll give you discounts when you get through. Said that before I get off track. And how much is one bottle? One bottle is only $23.95. Here's the other thing I always say on these segments. Is my glutamine a magic glutamine? No. I'll tell you one more story. This is a true story. A person over in Foley bought some of our L-glutamine. He comes to us and says, something's wrong with this glutamine. It smells. This is like we had just started really getting into glutamine. I said, okay. So I called my manufacturer. And the guy laughs and he says, I said, don't you assay? They assay every third raw materials in. They have an independent lab do it to make sure what we say is in here is in here. He said, yes. He said, matter of fact, this shipment has it. He sent it to me, faxed it to me. This is back when we used to do faxes. 99-point-something% pure, which is crazy. And he said, that's crazy. I don't think I've ever even seen it this pure. He said, what does he say it smells like? I don't know. He said it has a smell. What brand is he taking? I'm not going to dog this company out, but he said he takes blah brand. And my guy said, tell him baking soda kills all smells. This company was mixing their glutamine with baking soda because baking soda is cheap, glutamine's expensive. So the only thing I tell you that story to say, if you buy it from us, what we say is in our product is in our product. And then when I tell you stuff, it's documented clinical research. Don't take my word for it. That's why it was dumb that I printed all this out. This is on my website. What does it do and what scientific studies give evidence to support this? Glutamine is a highly in demand throughout the body. It is used in the gut and immune system, extensively maintain optimal performance. 60% of free-form amino acid floating in skeletal muscle is L-glutamine. It's the most abundant amino acid in the human body. Blah, blah, blah. This is all on my website, jasonsfitness.com. Click on store, go look at it. It keeps your body from catabolizing itself. And let me tell you, when I say words like that, and I say the word muscle, and if you're older, first of all, if you're older, let me stop right here. If you're older and you're not lifting weights, you are a moron. And I can say that because now I'm one of you. I am older. When I was in my 20s and 30s doing these shows and I would say things like that, and people in their 50s, my wife is 64, I'm 57, and I'm telling you, if you're not lifting weights, you are a moron. Because the studies are in, documented clinical research. Go to Google, click in documented clinical research on aging and weight training, strength training, and look at the studies. Just look at the studies. It increases bone density, it increases muscle mass, and you're losing muscle every day. And if you don't do strength training, you will continue to do so. And I'm not talking about you're trying to get a six-pack of abs, you're trying to get a big bicep or whatever you're in your head you think of weight training. I'm talking about your butt can't get off the toilet one day, and it's because you didn't do strength training. And that's on you. And if you're sitting there watching me today, one day God's going to say, that guy told you that and you didn't listen to him, because I've said it over and over. So let me take a minute right now and say, if you're older and you think I'm talking about, you're about to flip channels because you think I'm talking about bodybuilders and athletes, I'm talking about especially older people. You need L-glutamine because it helps you when you're lifting weights to recover and grow muscle and maintain muscle and not catabolize muscle. And by God, you need to be lifting weights for all of those reasons. I just got off on a rant right there. So anyways, L-glutamine, if you buy 3 of these, you get 20% off. Like I said, the other lesson we learned is the importance of glutamine is that I do not look good in a cap no matter which way you turn it. Just don't work. I've tried.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've shown you a wall push-up, and the wall push-up is a way to ease into push-ups, right? You don't have the strength to do a regular old-timey push-up, which you all know how to do. So I'm not even showing you a push-up. I swear to God, that's where I'm drawing the line. I'm not doing it. I refuse to show you people who are grown people watching TV how to do a push-up. So this is something though, once you've done a wall push-up, like I said, a wall push-up can be done by the 350-pound man that hasn't done anything since high school athletics. He can do a wall push-up. He can start with that. So the weakest lady, the 80-year-old lady who can't move, she can do a wall push-up. She may have to do partial rest, but she can start with that. See, that's the thing. When you are training without equipment, the downside is not making it heavy enough, because you can always do more repetitions. You can always do it slower to make it more intense. The problem is certain exercises are overwhelming to people because they go, yeah, I can't do a push-up, so I'm out. Well, you start with a wall. Now, you do those for a while, and then you get to this exercise, which is just I call it a bench push-up. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but to show you how it changes things, just put your hands on, and you could do this you could have a chair, you could have any kind of bench at home, a sturdy bench, for God's sakes, a low counter, a stair step. If you had a staircase, you could make this work. You get the idea. We're at an angle. It's just like that. Now, again, what I want to show you is, if I put my hands out wide, that's almost all chest and front delt. Front delt's here, right? So chest and front delt. Now, if I bring my hands in, exaggerated close, and go down, it's almost all tricep and front deltoid, right? So the first movement with the hands shoulder width or a little wider is for people graduating from a wall push-up. Now I'm strong enough, I'm gonna try this. And you get into, now you're a bodybuilder or whatever, and you just can't get in your gym because of the crazy things going on in the world, and you bring your hands in close and turn it into almost a tricep extension with your body weight. And for you, it's a decent workout for just triceps. The other thing you can do, I'll show you visuals. Watch this. All right, so we're gonna start wide, and we're gonna get tired of doing this, right? We're gonna step our hands in. Okay, you can do that, or you can start in close and work your hands out. You can also do a variation, go out, in, every other rep. And what happens is, the good thing about this, nobody ever talks about this really, the push-up itself, done correctly, is a great core exercise, right? Because you're basically doing a plank, you're holding yourself isometrically to keep that good posture, so your core's engaged, so you get both by doing that. I'm real bored with this now. I don't want to talk about push-ups anymore. We don't do this a lot because, that's why I have 2 gyms and about $500,000 worth of equipment, because that's really fun and fun to talk about. But, people are in their houses and can't leave, and they have masks on in their cars, and the world's gone crazy, so I'm on a TV show talking about push-ups. That's where we're at. Nutrition Corner, talking about Tonka. We've had a product for a long time, Jazam. It is our best-selling product, has been our best-selling product for a long time. First came out as a male enhancement formula. Upon further research, it's as good for women as it is for men's. So now we sell a lot more of it because men's and women's are using it together, and it's just a great product. It does a lot of things. It is I call it a kitchen sink product. It's we have all the ingredients that we know actually does something, right, in this venue. So that's why I call it kitchen sink product. But you're gonna like it a lot. I'm gonna tell you about one ingredient in particular, because I'm trying to keep these short. It's called Tonkat Ali. First of all, I love saying that word, and sometimes I just, for no reason at all, say Tonkat Ali, and I don't think anybody else should do that, but that's what I do. It's known as Pasik Bhumi or Long Jack. It's a root traditionally used in Southeast Asia to increase libido and sexual performance. Where's my mic? I could just drop the mic and walk off the set. That should sell the bottle right there. It works. Tonkat Ali is thought to work by naturally increasing free testosterone levels. Other reported effects include decreased body fat, hello, increased muscle mass, hello, increased energy, please, enhanced immune system and mental clarity. Thank you, I'll take both. Both men and women can experience the remarkable benefits of this amazing herb. The bottle actually now says herbally enhanced human. I thought all that was clever because I thought of it. Isn't it funny how when you think of something, you think it's extra specially clever? Some of you may be going, that's stupid. But to me, in my brain, the narrative playing out in my head is it's absolutely genius. So anyway, it's called Jazam. It's on the website. Go to jasonsfitness.com, go to southfit.com, click enter store, supplements, go to Jazam, and all this stuff, information is right here. I've gone into a lot of depth on each one for the show, and it's too long. But I'll scroll a bunch while I'm talking about it and show you a picture of the bottle or something. But let me just say, this is a product that I don't know that we've ever sold just one bottle. And a lot of people, we've had one guy come back after he used 2 or 3 bottles and asked me for a deal on 12. So it's that kind of product. So enjoy. Jazam.
Looking